Hello. Well, we've had quite the evening here. A building very close to me caught fire. As many of you will know, this is my worst nightmare. And I'm sorry to tell you folks, if you have, even if you have two very tiny fire extinguishers in your flat, they don't really help a lot when you're looking at a real massive fire outside. So it was the worst of times, but also, oh my God, like literally, I've never ever, I was literally just thinking, oh, I feel so grateful I've got this flat that I live in because let's face it, I've got all these bloody Black Library books now. If I have to go, and just share in a room, I will have to like get rid of all my books, like, or put them in storage. So I was just thinking, oh God, thank God I've got this flat, as you do when you're having a bad day and you think, well, at least I live somewhere, at least I've got a place to live. And then there was a fucking fire. Sorry, PG-13. Not in my building, but enough that my building reeks of smoke now. And we left. We left from 4:30 to 8 o'clock. We were all outside, standing outside, wondering, worrying. There were about 6 fire engines. It's very scary. So I am a wee bit jittery. And I thought, you know what? The amazing Jimal, Historicus Jamaldus. See, I say your name right every time now. You made that very pointed video, my lovely Jim. Sent 2 books, and just going to tell my friend I'm doing a quick live stream. She might pop in. I thought, why not? It has DG. I'll tell you for why, because Historicus Jamaldus says there was a bin fire outside my office last night and a house fire around the corner from our house this afternoon. Well, stay away from me, Jim, is what I'll say. So I just wanted a quiet evening in, watching Stranger Things, but no. So we have 2 parcels. They're both from Historicus Jamaldus. I'm amazed this one got to me because it is every who are a bit yeah, every are a bit unreliable. I'm sorry, just laughing because I've read a comment. Uncanny Jim Jam says, "Hi Mira, thank goodness your building was safe and the Will Wheaton plate is safe." I know, honestly. Well, that when I had to leave my flat, I knew that I had to take my passport and like you're supposed to take any like documentation. I need to pack a go bag. So if I have to leave my flat, I have stuff ready. And of course the Will Wheaton plate will go in the go bag. That Will Wheaton plate, God knows how much that's worth in pennies, but to me it's invaluable. Deathfire into the ruined storm by Nick Kime. So this is likely to be salamanders. Yes, it is Vulcan. Look at that. Look at that. That's proper. Nice and shiny. Tony says, are you ready for dragon meat? I am ready, Tony, but all my clothes are going to smell of smoke tomorrow because I washed them. I washed my t-shirt and jeans ready for tomorrow. My whole flat stinks of smoke. So even if I rewash them and hang them out again, I'm going to smell of smoke tomorrow. I'm really sorry. I'm going to smell like a bonfire. I don't know how long my house and everything in it will smell of smoke. Historicus Jamaldus says there might be spoilers. Okay, I won't read the back of it. Did I grab the plate? I didn't grab the plate. I took nearly nothing, but, luckily no one was taking a bath or anything. Get the Febreze out, says Gibbo. Good idea. So I'm very excited. Let's just see what number in the heresy this is. Oh, crikey. This is number 32. So I'm a little way away from it. But you know the absolute worst thing about, I'll tell you where I am in the heresy. I'm currently reading Angel Exterminatus. I'm reading Drop Site Massacre and Angel Exterminatus, and I'm hopefully interviewing next week. But the absolute worst thing, I am at book 23, and my next James Swallow book, like, I don't see one on the horizon. And James Swallow is, well, he's just such a lovely human. So I think I'm gonna read some James Swallow Blood Angels books, or some other James Swallow, so we can have him back on the channel. That's awful, isn't it? When your favourite authors kind of are doing less heresy books, and you think, oh gosh, we should have made the most of those authors, because I think, you know, they have so many different authors coming in and out, and they're all brilliant in different ways. It feels sad when you have like a long sabbatical off from an author that you really love speaking to. You know, similar with, you know, I read Crossfire, the is it Shia Copernica novel with the amazing Matt Farah, and he was brilliant, and I could talk to him for hours and hours, and I only got to speak to him once. Historia Jamaldus says James was doing Garrow shorts that were released as audio dramas. You have the CDs. This is so heavy, chaps. This is so heavy. Look how thick it is. Book 42 will be back. War without end. Heresy begets retribution. These books are so shiny. So, Jim, are you gifting me these books, or am I sending you them back? Can you remind me what we're doing? Sometimes Jim sends me books and I have a book. Other times Jim sends me books and he has them back. Other times Jim sends me books, Dan Abnett signs them. Where is it? I can't think. Which way do I point? Sometimes Dan Abnett signs them and we send it back. War Without End. The Emperor's vision of mankind ascendant lies in tatters. Okay, so, so this is going to be quite late in the heresy. Oh no, not too long. This is only book 33. Just claim the smoky smell as a new RPG Dragonfire perfume. I'm down with that, Tony. We'll do that. I don't know the number of my stand. I'm on the Game Therapy UK stand at Dragon Meet. I need to find out the number. Japem 4664 says, I read that one early this year. Lovely. David Gibbs says, still can't get over that it's pronounced She-Ra like He-Man's sister. I was pronouncing it like Mira in my head. She-Ra is one of my favourites. Caprice blinks. I don't recognise War Without End. It is book 33 in the Heresy, Caprice. Have you read it? It's an anthology, indeed. Historia Jamaldus, War Without End, I need back once you're done with it. Okay. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. I need to read more quickly. Maybe I'll have a bath and do some reading this evening instead of Stranger Things. And I'm going to have a chocolate banana. Chocolate banana is where you have a banana and you put chocolate buttons in the middle of it and then eat it. Caprice says, apparently I'm missing an anthology or two. Well, you need a friend like Jim. Let's face it. Jim can hook you up. I think. Oh yeah, I've also got... Okay, I can't do this. Voidstalker. Voidstalker is ready. We're going to get to Voidstalker. Also, create your own adventure. We could do at some point. I can't like point. Why? And this is... How am I doing this? Sorry, it's a bit smoky in here. Behind me, I don't know how to show you. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, Weird Science, which I am a contributor to. All the good things. I've just had a little bit of a shelf readjust. Up here, Drop Site Massacre, these little goblins, these gobbos, will be available at Dragon Meet tomorrow. Little do they know they have permanent advertising on my channel. If you see the little goblins tomorrow, you could say, oh, I saw that on Mira Manga's YouTube channel. Maybe you could give her a free goblin. No, don't say that. I'm such a brat. But yes, those goblins will be at Dragon Meet tomorrow. Oh, Historia Jamalda says it's Blood Reaver before Voidstalker. Good to know. Uncanny Jim Jams. You'll get there eventually. I'm looking forward to you and Ian reading The Emperor's Gift for the channel. Me too. Yeah. Emperor's Gift. God, I love it. Love it. Love a bit. Yeah, it's hard. I've got a big reading list and life has been lifing. I was meant to go to a Japanese cake shop on Sunday, and I forgot I bought a ticket to go to the cinema by myself in Greenwich. So I'm going to go to the cinema by myself and watch the thing and try and get a Japanese cake from somewhere. I think it's only correct and right to do so. So let's have some poetry. Oh my gosh! Historia Jamaldis' handyman friend from the Warhammer Club helped me build some new bookshelves today from leftover bits from our kitchen remodel. I just asked my friend Tom, aka Moomin, who is the friend of the channel, to help me with another bookcase because I have too many books. I'm running out. There's piles and piles of books. So I'd like to organise them. Bookshelf yoga. I love it, Tony. So let's... Oh, wow. Okay, so this is great. This is Wendy Cope, The Orange, which we've been reading through. Today's poem will be called By the River, and it looks brilliant. By the river. The day is so still, you can almost hear the heat. You can almost hear that royal blue dragonfly landing on the old white boat. Oops. That's my phone. Okie dokie. So I better go make that call back in a bit. I think I will do 2 more poems from the staying. Well, we've actually got 3 options. We've got Staying Human, Staying Alive, and then we've got this tiny book, which is, we're missing a book in the trilogy. This little book is like, I guess it's like an anthology of the best bits, but I'm a completionist. So I'll see you in 2059 when we finish reading these poems. The first poem will be from Friday Poem, woohoo, Being Alive, which is the sequel to Staying Alive. So maybe we should do it numerically order. No, this is Staying Human. We haven't got Staying Alive. Sorry, do keep up, she said to herself. Okay, this poem is called Introduction to Poetry by Billy Collins. Introduction. Immediately messed it up. Introduction to Poetry. Oh my God. I asked them to take a poem and hold it up to the light like a colour slide, or press an ear against its hive. I say drop a mouse into a poem and watch him probe his way out, or walk inside the poem's room and feel the walls for a light switch. I want them to water ski across the surface of a poem, waving at the author's name on the shore. But all they want to do is tie the poem to a chair with rope and torture a confession out of it. They begin beating it with a hose to find out what it really means. Oh, crikey. Well, I like that. I feel that that poem was trying to say, you don't need to analyse it to death. Just lightly let it trickle around you and across you and into you and let you and absorb it in that way. You don't need to deconstruct it and bash it about to get the goodness out of a poem. Okay, this poem is from Staying Human, and it's called Whose Life, You Asked, by Goran Sonevi, translated from Swedish by Rika Lesser. Whose life, you asked? And I answered, my life and yours. There are no other lives. But aren't all people different? There's nothing but difference. It makes no difference. People live in different conditions. Internal, external, I can hold no one in contempt, for then you have the instrument. What about those who don't want to change their conditions? Those who believe change is impossible? It makes no difference. There's nothing but you and you. Only when you become explicit, when you question me and I answer, when there's an exchange, only then is there language. Only then are we human. And this doesn't happen very often. No, most everything remains different without seeing the difference. Will we talk again sometime? Yes. Do you believe change is possible? Yes, that too. Yay! Oh, that was very uplifting. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you. Pigeon Smith says, just looked, your stand tomorrow is N10 and 11 near the open gaming corner. That's good. Thank you. I guess that means we're in North Hall 10. Are you coming tomorrow? Who's coming to Dragon Meet? I know Tony is definitely coming to Dragon Meet. And let's do one last poem before I get back on the blower. And then I can have my banana. I cannot remember if we read Archaic Torso of Apollo. It's a great poem. I think we're going to read The Journey by Mary Oliver. The Journey. One day you finally knew what you had to do and began, though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice, though the whole house began to tremble and you felt the old tug at your ankles. Mend my life, each voice cried. But you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do, though the wind pried with his stiff fingers at the very foundations, though their melancholy was terrible. It was already late enough, and a wild night, and the road full of fallen branches and stones. But little by little, as you left their voices behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds, and there was a new voice which you slowly recognised as your own, that kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save the only life you could save. Amazing. The Journey by Mary Oliver. That was a good one. That's great. What a lovely one. The next poem is called Lying in a Hammock at William Duffy's farm in Pine Island, Minnesota. So let's look forward to that next time, poetry fans. But yeah, thanks all for coming on my Speedy 3 unboxing. Thank you so much, Historita Jamaldus, for lending me these beautiful books. Thank you for lending me War Without End, this gorgeous version, and for gifting me Deathfire, which I feel a very, very long way away from, but we will hustle. There are at least 2 different tea stalls. Yeehaw! I'm hopefully getting an interview with a person who has invented a new teapot that you can buy on Kickstarter next week. So look out for that interview. David is finishing painting tomorrow. Capri says, thank you for the fun. Yeah, so I will see Tony and Pigeon. Pigeon, you're going to have to remind me of your real name yet again. I'll be like, Pigeon. So it'll be lovely to see you. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good evening. Be safe. Don't forget your fire extinguishers. And yeah. What a night. Checking out.